1. And we're back.
Countdown
It's the
action.
Boys Experience. Yeah. How you guys doing?
Yeah. Great start.
Doing all right, I suppose. How are you doing?
And actually, I was sick for all of last week. And
Wow, what a coincidence.
yeah,
I'm sick now.
and I was sick when we recorded last podcast, which we really could have probably used Kyle there. Fucking
Probably. I was probably like dead in bed.
dude, we were so fucking baked. Like,
Yeah, it got worse afterwards. I kind of wish that it fucking part of the actual recording.
Yeah,
of the
I don't
podcast.
really know anything about that episode. I just saw a clip and I was like, oh,
oh,
that
dude,
doesn't
it's so
look
bad.
fun.
But you know, it was fun.
Take 2 right now?
Hey, bro, be careful with what you say. I've got it ready. God, I'm down.
Right in front of me? It's right in front of me?
All right, I'm taking one. Oh shit!
Yikes. So
Wait, are
I'm,
you,
so,
wait, are you
so
serious?
I'm
Yeah.
about to be the only sober person here
okay.
is what's
Alright,
going
well-
on, guys.
Yo,
You were?
Kyle, get high
No.
and then eat Sour Patch Kids.
Tonight's Dare Opportunity.
You know, I know what happens. I'm not stupid.
That shit was fucking delectable, bro.
Come back.
I'm not stupid. I've seen people do it.
No, he's saying it because he did it. And while we were watching the podcast, he was like, "Bro, this makes Sour Patch Kids taste way better."
That shit was delectable, bro.
Yeah, I've
Alright.
heard a lot of people say the same thing. So,
I think I just ate 15 milligrams.
Are your hosts.
So did I.
oh
Perfect.
boy. Well, this is gonna be interesting.
So in the middle of this podcast, it's gonna go to shit.
Mm-hmm. So, anyway, you know, we were just talking about this, and I find it interesting. The Grammys, and Drake declined his invite from the Grammys and said to take his name out of the Grammys.
They
Indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is what I said. He said, take my name out your mouth. But I don't think that's actually what he said. No, but yeah, he was nominated for 2 things. I don't remember what it was. I'm not even going to try to remember what it was. He was nominated for 2 Grammys. Him and his team sent in a thing. They were like, nah, bro, take us off that list.
Take it back.
And they just took him off the list. And they said they don't plan on replacing him with the person that was underneath him in votes. So it's just going to be a 4-person category for the Grammys.
Which is so weird to me. Like, why wouldn't you just replace him?
That's what I'm saying, bro. Why not? If he's not part of it, why not just replace him with the person that was under him? Because the person that was under him, I mean, is obviously popular if they're under Drake, but maybe they've never even been nominated before. So
I don't.
Maybe they
understand
just
the
want
Grammys.
more of maybe they just want more of the mainstream sort of
Well, that's
go
like
to
NF,
take with
bro.
that.
He'll never get nominated, which pisses me off.
yeah, he probably won't.
Which,
Fine,
I never
well,
thought
yeah.
about
he's
it.
so good, but he'll never get nominated because of his music.
Yeah, but Grammys doesn't even... Well, yeah, that is probably part of it. But the Grammys, I feel like, don't even go off of, like, if someone's good or not. They just go off of, like,
what's popular.
numbers and sales and shit.
Yep.
Which is even
And
more bullshit.
NF, unfortunately, is never... Well, I guess not unfortunately. It's not like the other people are bad. But NF is never going to have the numbers that fucking Drake has.
I mean, he pretty much.
Or the
does.
numbers that fucking Jack Harlow's getting.
Okay, well,
right now.
Carlos like pretty impossible.
Bro, he does not have the numbers Drake has. Are you kidding me?
He doesn't.
Did you just say NF has an... Bro, Drake has 50 million monthly listeners on, like, all platforms.
Bro, that many people listen to Drake.
Man, you're already baked, huh? It's already going to his head.
Let me look it up real quick. On Spotify, Drake has 55.5 million monthly listeners.
Yeah,
What?
that makes sense. That makes sense.
NF has 13 million, not 13 people.
Not 13. Yeah, only 13.
Okay, but to say that's a small number.
I'm not saying it's small, but compare that to Drake. He's 5 times bigger than him. Like,
Yeah. I don't know, bro. I just want to see.
let's look up
NF
Jack
get
Harlow real quick. Jack Harlow.
because I feel like NF.
44 million.
The fantastic horse now demands
Not that I feel like Jack Harlow deserves everything, though, bro. I love
Yeah.
that guy.
of eternity.
He's pretty funny.
I don't think I've seen a clip of him like interacting with something where I haven't been like, I like this guy.
Yeah. He's a super chill guy.
Also, pretty good music, so I mean, you know.
Yeah, you can beat good music and a fucking. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. It's just great
It'd
music.
be good music and a yeah.
Yeah.
Shut up, bro.
Man, this is gonna be a great.
He's not even high yet, and he's doing this, bro.
No, I had to stop there. So on the podcast, you're gonna see me stop, and I had to fucking take my hoodie off because I felt this super warmth in my chest, and I was like, oh, it's like
Oh, what's this?
a warm and fuzzy feeling.
Put all 4 of your hands
This is not normal.
Yeah, I don't normally feel warm and fuzzy. But yeah, bro, that happened, and then what else happened, man? There's so much shit going on in the world nowadays. You really can't remember everything that's like significantly going on, other than the shit that you actually care about. Right now, we're playing the. All of us are pretty hooked on Destiny 2, with the 30th anniversary pack
Yes,
that was just
indeed.
released. It
Yep.
contained a
The
lot
dungeon.
of good stuff. The dungeon. We did that day one.
And, like,
pretty fun.
Not a super slow time for not knowing what the fuck was going on.
Yeah.
We beat some of the like big content creators at the time.
Yeah. Granted, like Sweat and them were on Masters, but like they were over leveled for Masters. Like as we were over leveled for the normal mode, they were over leveled for Masters. Like they went in there with and that's not to slouch on what they did, bro, because that's insane. 1360 is highlight, right? And they have to deal with champion. They have to deal with more stuff, right? But like, we still kept up with them, like time wise, and but they were still over leveled to an extent. Like Sweat and
It was Clyde and Aurora, I think.
yeah, Clyde, Sweat, and are
Aurora.
you sure it wasn't Sneak?
Oh, it was Sneak. Yeah, it was Sneak.
I was
It
gonna
wasn't
say
Aurora.
because they went in there with Sneak, and dude, Sneak is literally like 1400 light. Ugh.
Well, he's level like 1,000 something.
Yeah, he's 1400 light. He was super over leveled for it.
I mean, which is
So-
fine. I mean,
right,
it's
which
just,
is
you know,
fine. But like, what I'm saying is like, for our first ever time doing a world's first in a sense. It wasn't even world's first because there wasn't no race. Bungie wasn't keeping track of anything like they would with a raid, or like a
yeah, no, a
serious
day one
dungeon.
raid's a lot more important than like a day one dungeon. You know.
Right. And that is just straight facts. But you know what? I'm proud with how we did, bro. Because after we got done with it, I looked at other people's streams, and there were some people that were still doing it. So some people were still doing it on normal mode by the time we got done with it. So
Oh yeah, yeah.
like big content creators. So I think we did pretty good. And I really enjoy the dungeon. I like the ship, like the pirate vibe. Sorry. And I think that overall,
Yeah, the burden by riches buff.
the
or-
burden by riches, or they used the
Or
idea of
debuff, I
us
guess.
farming exotics. Beautiful, beautiful dungeon. Congrats, Bungie, on everything that you've accomplished over the past 30 years. Cannot wait to see what you guys can accomplish in the next 30.
Force you to do it a second time to get the Gabblehorn Catalyst.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you
But
do the right
it's
steps as
so-
well.
It's so worth it. Gallahorn is back in its full force, and I'm so happy about it.
Fantastic. Catalyst makes
Yeah.
it better.
Makes it even better than it already was.
Incorrect.
And it brings you back to the old days. Makes you reminisce. Makes me feel old when I talk about Destiny, since I've been here since the
Old?
beginning. Yeah, bro.
Old.
Like, I can't say that I was here when Halo Combat Evolved was out, well, first released, because I was literally a child. Like, I was literally 1 or 2 years old. So, like, I can't say that I was there for that. I can barely say that I was there for the start of Call of Duty. I technically wasn't, but I started playing the Call of Duties in the order that most people did. And then Destiny came out in 2014, and I was like, I want to be there for this game's life cycle. And I know I took my break because this game, like, if anybody says it didn't go to shit, they'd be lying to themselves. But now that Bungie's kind of fixed what's been going on with the game, I've been having a lot of fun with it. And this 30th anniversary has showed how much Bungie has changed, especially since Activision has left Destiny. So,
Probably for the better.
yeah, it is definitely for the better. I knew it would help them, but I knew it would also hurt them. And something that's hurt Destiny since that's happened is server capacity. That's always been an issue since Activision's left, and I hope one day that we can see that issue resolved. I doubt it,
I think
though.
that also goes with budget as well, you know.
Well, right, that's what I'm saying. Like, they don't have the budget that they did when they were with Activision. Meaning that they don't have the server capacity like they would with Activision and stuff. Or they wouldn't have, like... I don't know, I feel like that there's something there that with Activision... Because obviously there was, because it only started, in my opinion, when Activision left. And, again, a perfect move. It definitely needed to happen for Destiny to keep going. But, I think that's the only downside from when Activision left, is that the servers took a little bit of a pay cut, but hey, it's been fun.
Yeah. I mean, that's probably going to happen when any large
Right.
area, or not area, any large, like, company, like, breaks off from another large company or something like that.
Correct. It's just gonna happen. So, yeah, bro. That's happened, I don't know. Warzone Caldera came out. We played it. We played 2 games. And,
Indeed.
got off.
Wow.
I mean, I would have played more, probably still would play more at some point, like today or something. But, like, I don't know. Initial feelings are that it's not as good as Verdansk was.
I feel the same. Look, I feel like the game, what it didn't need was a bunch of bushes and trees that were all green and lush. Like, I know
Are
people
you
want
sure?
colors, but bro, if you put on a ghillie suit character, good luck finding that person with the ghillie suit character. But that's just my opinion on that one. Man.
I mean, there's probably ways you could circumvent the ghillie suit stuff and whatnot. Just shoot
Maybe.
every bush that you fucking walk by. Yeah, but I don't know how I feel about the planes and stuff, and like the drivable trucks with giant anti-aircraft guns on the back and shit.
That's for the planes. And you knew they were going to create
Obviously
something
it's
to
for the planes.
destroy planes. Because somebody's going to get good with those fucking planes, bro. Mark my words. Somebody's going to pull a battlefield jet flight pilot and fucking destroy everyone on the map.
Fucking good luck to the people that do, because I was fucking using it earlier that plane, and my God, it is something to control. I'll say that.
Yeah, and he was bitching to me. I was like, bro, what are these controls? And he was like, get out of the plane. He was like, let me fly. And then
You
he
couldn't
got
even
in.
take it off, bro.
Hey, bro, you didn't have to call me out like that. Okay. You know what? It's for me right now. It's sitting at a 3. I'd say. And I also
3.
think that giving Vanguard attachments or guns.
Oh yeah,
attachments-
fucking. Oh,
Why did you do that?
because that fucking pissed me off. Vanguard guns get 10 attachments in Warzone, Kyle. Right?
Yeah, that's
The
totally
other
viable.
guns get 5.
Yeah, that's totally viable.
It's only Vanguard guns that get 10.
Hey, Day, did you take another edible without us knowing?
What? What do you mean?
Now,
What do you mean?
What?
must compete.
What are you talking about?
Are you already that baked, bro? Come
No,
on.
I'm not that bad. I don't sound
Okay.
that bad yet, do I?
Well, you're not
Am I
making
getting
much
it?
sense.
Oh, okay.
From beautiful
I mean, then again, that's kind of normal, so I shouldn't really be.
Yeah, that's kind of just normal Danny, bro.
Mhm.
Okay, well, this is gonna be an episode of Roasting Me?
Yeah, it always is.
Well,
True.
not always.
He said not always.
Sometimes,
I'll
I
have
know.
you know sometimes I'm not roasted.
sometimes my friends don't believe me.
Depends on the day.
Depends on the day. Oh man. Oh, I'm trying to think of all the stuff that's happening in the world.
Let's see, bro. I mean, like I said, you know, the totally not Mark YouTube thing or whatever, where he got 150 videos copyright stricken down off of his channel.
Rukin.
Yeah, shut up.
Oh my
Copyright
god.
stricken off of his channel for over the course of one night.
That's just normal for YouTube, though.
Yeah, I know, and that's like the thing that he's trying to do. He's like, this is not okay, YouTube. Not chill, bro.
I mean, so
Not
here's my
ask money of
question
you.
to you: What was he creating his own animation?
So okay, so that's the thing. So some of his videos have like parts, like animation from like the studio or whatever, because like you need it, what have you. I think it was 8 of the videos that got stricken down were not. They didn't have anything to do with the original media. They were just like them talking about it.
So, they basically okay. Yeah, I don't know. If it's just 8, then yeah, that's just kind of fucked. But, speaking of the copyright system, I don't know if it was because of that. I did see YouTube tweet about the copyright system, and they came like completely clean on how the copyright system works on YouTube. I don't know
That might
if
be why.
you saw that, but they
I
announced
did not.
that 70% of disputes
Oh,
go in
actually,
the
I do,
content
yep.
creation's favor, and I was like, wow, I did not know that. And
Well, you know why?
okay.
Because of the process that you have to go through, which he talked about in his video he made about this. So the process for a copyright thing is you get copyright claimed, right? And then after you get copyright claimed, you put in your thing for like your rebuttal for that or whatever the fuck.
Right.
And when you do that, they get 30 days. The people that put the claim on your video get 30 days to look at it and be like, "Eh, should we keep that or no?" And then after the 30 days, they always keep the fucking strike, right? And then it tells you that you kept the strike. Okay, now, I think after that happens, you get a copyright strike on your channel after that one. So then, if you rebuttal against the copyright strike or whatever for that same video, the people get another 30 days to see if it's an actual copyright or not. And of course, after that 30 days, they're like, yeah, it's copyright still. Because no one's gonna copyright strike it and then be like, no, actually, it's not copyright afterwards. And then after that, it comes back, you can send a thing to them saying that you're gonna take them to court. Like a thing for that YouTube will send to them, like, hey, they want to take you to court over this. And then they get 15 days to respond to that. And if they don't respond to that, then your video goes back up and it takes away like all the shit and your video just goes back up to how it was. But it's been down for 75 days at that point, if not longer.
Right, and the company's made their money.
Yeah, and the company gets all the money from the video you made, and you get nothing. And that's the thing that he's saying. He's like, and the other thing he's saying, he's like, so you go through that process for one video. It takes that long. He's like, you can only do one copyright dispute at a time. So he'd have to go one video at a time. And for the amount of videos that they copyrighted, it would take him 37 years to go through and copyright dispute all of them to get them all back.
So, now here's my thing. Is it YouTube's fault that the copyright system, or the copyright issues, I feel like, yes, it's definitely YouTube's fault to an extent, right? Well, we wouldn't have to worry about copyright issues if the law of copyright wasn't set up so fucking poorly.
So that's the thing. It's partially them, it's partially not them because they have to go off of the law or whatever. But like, it's specifically because the design studios are in Japan, and Japan's copyright laws are like way worse than anywhere else's. Like, they can just copyright pretty much anything, and it's like Japan's like, yeah, that's copyright. Like, it's definitely not fair use or
here's my
anything.
thing about saying something's copyright nowadays. Like, I've always said, personally, that copywriting something, you shouldn't be able to copyright anything anymore because of the fact that somebody's, at this point, already done it. Or thought of it. Like, it's happened, right? Get over it. Build a bridge. Like, what the fuck are you supposed to do nowadays?
Yeah, I don't understand copywriting stuff for the most part.
I don't either, bro.
Really? Like, maybe if it's like, you know, maybe like copyright the rights to like a show or something, so someone can't just blatantly rip off your show and call it like, you know, the same thing, but rip off your show, use the same characters and whatever. But like, I don't understand how someone making a video using like pictures from your show counts as copyright.
How are you losing money on that?
I know, and that's the thing. So
Anything
another
is
thing,
free promotion.
yeah. So another thing that's funny about this whole situation is that the company that's doing it, Toei Animation, that striked all of his videos a few months ago, reached out to the guy that they struck all these videos down for to do promotion for their new Dragon Ball movie that's coming out.
Wow, really?
Yeah. So they were like, hey, will you do this promotion? And then a little bit later, they're like, all your videos about our stuff, by the way, gone.
Jesus.
Oh, so he either said no or,
No, he did it.
oh.
And they still fucking were like, yeah, bye-bye. But that's the thing. Another thing about that is, so the YouTube copyright guidelines or whatever say that you have to have somebody watch the entirety of the video before it gets copyright claimed. That's what it says. He had 150 videos that were like 10 minutes plus copyrighted in the span of a night, and he's like, that right there tells you that they didn't even do what the YouTube fucking terms require you to do, which is watch the full video and then put in the claim.
Yeah.
They just had the bot go through and claim everything without even watching it.
Yeah. And I totally can see where, you know, that's an issue. Oh, that's like, you can't even listen to music anymore. Like, if you are online and you are a content creator, like the montage that I just put up on my channel, insta copyrighted.
Uh-huh.
And like I hadn't had it uploaded for 10 seconds, and YouTube was like, "Uh-oh, this is."
We detected copyrighted music.
Yeah, and it's like, listen, bro. Like, what do you do anymore? And a part of me is like, I can't blame YouTube, because YouTube's just they're just following law, right, to their best ability. And yes, they could probably
their best ability.
They could probably do a better job, right? Let's just say they could do a better job. But here's my thing: so can our fucking government. And they could fix the laws, but that won't happen. And I'll tell you why that won't happen is because guess who pays all these government officials' campaigns when they go to run for office? The fucking music studios, the pharma companies, all these people that have these big copyright things. They're like, hey, as long as you keep our shit copyrighted, I'm gonna feed you money. And that's why we need to vote for Bernie Sanders.
This whole thing is just vote for Bernie. It's a bit too late, but hey.
Hey, man, 2024, bro.
He'll be dead.
Listen, all I'm saying right now is I'm pretty sure if it was him versus Donald Trump, he probably would have won.
Bernie? I doubt it. There's too many pharma companies making commercials about how Bernie is poisoning the frogs.
I don't know. I heard a lot of people going, I'd vote for Hillary, but I literally hate her so much. Look at what she's done for our country. Fucking, I can't vote for her. She's a fucking murderer. She left our troops in Benghazi. That wouldn't have been a problem if it was Bernie. He didn't leave no troops in Benghazi like they blame Hillary Clinton for.
Bernie hasn't done anything wrong, but he gets labeled as a communist.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's probably done some things.
Okay, probably. But he's labeled as a communist because
yeah, bro, because he's a socialist, bro. He's a socialist commie.
Don't get me wrong, some of his views are not reasonable, but that's
some of everyone's views. Yeah. You're not gonna find someone that has reasonable views.
Let me tell you something. If you think Bernie Sanders is going to turn the United States into a communistic country,
you'd have to overturn democracy.
You would have to overturn democracy, overturn our military generals that would not let that happen. Because our military generals are the most patriotic people I think I've ever met in my entire life. I've never met them.
I was about to say met, huh? I mean, if you hear them fucking speak,
yeah,
shit,
if you watch their speeches, they're like, you know that shit would never happen, right? And here's the thing. And here's another thing. That's the whole reason why you're allowed to own a firearm in the United States, so that shit won't happen. So you have the right to cause a fucking Civil War outrage if you really would like to. But, you know, Bernie's still the worst candidate as far as most people in the United States feel.
I don't know, bro.
either, bro. Our system's broken.
Hey man, listen. Get rid of my student debt and I'll be okay.
And I'll vote for you.
Mr. Yeah, hey, Biden, by the way, how's that going for you, buddy? Huh? We're gonna take $10,000 off everyone's student loan debt? Huh? Yeah, where's that at, bud? Huh?
Dude, we all knew that shit wasn't happening, bro.
The
Come on.
horse demands more from you.
I mean,
Must oblige.
I don't like Biden. I'll sit here and straight up say it. Like, I think Biden's probably about as bad as Trump.
I mean, he's not great, that's for sure. Hey man, we might get Trump number 2 coming in here 2024, bro, you know?
Trump-
I've already
what,
got
his
people.
fucking son?
I've already got people that him again running again.
Uh-huh.
I've already got people that have Trump 2024 flags on their cars, like in my neighborhood.
Yeah, I know. There's people everywhere like that. Well, they want.
I'm like,
they're like, oh, we
man.
want Trump. I'm like, do you really though? It's like, can't we all be
Yeah, bro.
reasonable?
But hey, dude, this is what they're gonna say. They're gonna say, look at the comparison between Donald. This is one of my favorite things. I saw a thing not too long ago. It was a media comparison of the same the same media place. And when Trump was president, like his last year of being president, when COVID happened, he's like, they wrote an article and they were like, through COVID and all this shit, Donald Trump has gotten the unemployment to, he's gotten 100,000 jobs in the past year. Like, they've made 100,000 jobs. Isn't that great? And then, the same, like, Biden's, like, while he's president right now, we have, like, roughly the same fucking, like, unemployment market and shit that we had before. And they wrote this same article. It was, Biden got 100,000 jobs, in his last year of presidency, whatever, and they were like, that's pretty low. And I'm like, bro, you have the same exact article about when Trump was president, and you're like raving about how good that is. But Biden's president, like, that just, media, you can't listen to any media at all.
No,
I don't care what media it is.
You can't listen to a media outlet nowadays. I fucking,
Like, that just showed you.
I fucking don't trust CNN, Fox, NBC. I don't trust any of those motherfuckers. The only time I watch them is when they're covering a like an actual political thing, and I just want something to entertain myself because I find it so entertaining. I don't know about you guys, but like reading and listening to those people talk, those fucking delusional idiots that are just so sadistic and stuck in their ways on politics, like, it's so interesting to me just to listen to these people talk. I don't know if it's like that for Kyle and Dakota, but I
mean,
personally love just listening.
I like to
them.
make fun of people
Yeah,
like that.
I'm super into it. It's funny to listen to their fucking shit come out of their mouths. Did Kyle pass out on us?
Yeah.
I am spacing out, man.
Oh.
He said, yeah, dude, I'm sitting here fucking eating cotton candy.
Kyle's eating cotton candy?
No,
Yeah,
Oh,
bro.
cotton candy.
if I was, I'd probably throw up.
Proof of your ability.
Damn, bro, not a fan of cotton candy?
No, I'm just not feeling good.
Here, bud, go to bed. Well, you're good. We could we could parental ourselves.
Alright.
Parental? We can
Oh.
parental.
Yeah, sorry for the
That's alright.
exit, but I'll be in
Hey.
hopefully next episode.
Yeah.
Kyle
we can get you
contributed
out of
at the beginning. Kyle had a 1 hour sleep.
this. Yeah. Shout out to
Well,
Kyle. He stayed up
3
with us.
hours for the past 2 days. That's it. So,
Okay. 3
So-
hours for the past 2 days. Never mind.
Yeah.
Hey, he stayed up with us to do raids and grind Destiny content. Shout out to Kyle today, bro. He's been.
Alrighty.
he's
Kyle,
been a
big
homie.
poggers.
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm gonna go sleep.
Yep. Get some good
Have
sleep.
fun. We'll continue bickering like we're grandpas.
Alrighty, good luck.
Yeah.
by people.
Boy. But yeah, that's what I was talking about, bro. Our politics system is just so fucked. Fucking.
I feel like we devolve into this like 35% of the time when we're talking. We just randomly are like, man, America, media sucks.
You know what? I feel like, I don't know if you feel this way, but like, now that I am older, right? Politics are brought up to me more regularly. Like, it's just a thing that people talk about, right? Like, it's super common within my family.
Even with nothing to, bro, my sister had she had to go to a conference or something that was like out of town. It was like 3 days or something. Not too long ago. She had my fucking. She needed someone to watch her dogs. She had my fucking uncle do it, and he got there, and she like told him like what she needed him to do or whatever, and he fucking started trying to talk to her about the Kyle Rittenhouse case and everything. She's like, I don't want to talk to you about this. Like, why are you bringing this up? I just told you how to take care of my dogs. And you're like, so that Kyle Rittenhouse case, though.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like politics, as you're older, you're forced to, like, pay attention to it more. Because people feel that it involves you, which it technically does. Like, technically, if you're a good, quote-unquote, good citizen, you'll go out and vote. You'll pay attention to that shit. And you'll actually, like, you know, you'll vote in the people's interest. But here's my thing about that. Since when has there been a politician that has been in the people's interest? One that's won or gotten close. Bernie, I think, is the closest politician in a long time that has been for the people. And he.
Well, hey, man, careful. If you say that, they're gonna call you a commie.
Fuck it, bro. They've already called me stupid. Fucking. They've already. Dude, the amount of shit I've been called. I'm called an Irish person. I've been called Irish, which is true.
Not an Irish person. I've been called an Irish person, man.
I've been called so much shit before. Like, that's like calling Joe Rogan a communist because of how he says things and conspiracies on his podcast, bro. Like, I saw a comment the other day on his YouTube channel where people were like, "Oh, he's such a commie." I was like, bro. He literally just, he brings up random conspiracy theories just to, you know, and talks with his friends about it because it's fun to think about. Don't get me wrong, some of the shit he says is stupid. Like, the video game shit was the dumbest shit I think I've heard Rogan say, right?
What video game stuff in particular?
He went on, I think it was about like a year ago from now. He went on his podcast and he talked about how video games are so good that they are addictive, or he said that they are so good that they are bad for you.
Yeah. Wait, he was talking about himself in that.
Well, right, that's what I'm saying.
He was like, he's like, yeah, that new game, I don't remember what game he was talking about. He's like, that new game, he's like, I can't play it. If I start playing it, I won't stop.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I'm like, well, that's just you.
Well,
like,
well, that too, like, part of him was only talking about him there, and like, I feel like people misunderstood that, and even if he was talking in the sense of he felt video games are just bad in general for people, like, I'm not gonna slap him on the wrist. If that's his opinion, that's his opinion, right?
I mean, sure, you can have a wrong opinion if you want to.
Okay, bro. I mean, like, you could. I'm not gonna call an opinion wrong, but I'm not gonna
Nah, bro. That is a blatantly wrong opinion.
I just personally think that
the same way if I was like, you know, my opinion, you know, Tylenol is actually not Tylenol. It's actually called fucking Boopa Loopa Doopa.
I was gonna say, you better shut the fuck up because you're gonna cause another Tylenol scare. I don't know if you even know what I'm talking about. Back in the day, like, they had this like Tylenol scare in the United States where There was a person. There was like a company that had a person that was poisoning Tylenol.
Poisoning Tylenol? Yeah, I do know what you're talking about.
You're gonna cause a Tylenol scare to.
There's also not too long ago. I think it was in Michigan. Someone was going around to Kroger's and they were poisoning all the fresh food.
It's like, what the fuck, bro? What is the world we live in? It's
I said,
dominated
bro.
by politics and everybody's
Money!
Yeah, politics, money, and fucking people's opinions, bro. You know what I say? Make. You don't know what? Something that pisses me off, okay? And Michigan governor, get on that. Okay? Get on this. We in Michigan have legalized the use of medical marijuana. And the use
And
of,
recreational.
and recreational. We have that legally here. So why the fuck do I have to take a drug test for work? And
Well, it's for the other drug. But I think the question here is, why does testing positive for marijuana result in you not getting hired in a state where it's illegal?
right, that's the question I bring up, because we have that issue here, and I'm sure it's in all 55 states. To be quite real with you, I'm sure all states have that issue, and we're not the only ones. But it pisses me off personally, because yeah, I feel like it should be, after all these years, and now that we're like saying, hey, it's okay to use recreationally, like, you don't test people that drink, that are alcoholics every day. You know what I mean?
And even if you are an alcoholic, you still get hired.
Yeah, you still get hired, and on top of that, like, dude, you could go from literally straight up, like, drinking one night to an interview that morning. And you could walk into that interview, like, just straight blasted. And they'll be hired.
I don't know if any good hiring person is going to hire someone that comes to their interview fucking hammered, but...
Yeah, but it's happened. Tell me that's probably not happened before, bro. Like,
I'm sure it has.
That's definitely happened. And to sit here and say that arguably marijuana is better for you.
I don't think that's arguable. I think it just is.
It definitely is in certain ways. I don't know about the smoking part. I've never been a fan of
Okay, well, smoking's not very good for you, but I mean, regardless of that, it's
like,
still better than fucking
consumption,
constant
it's
alcohol
way
use.
better than constant alcohol. And, like, you could still function somewhat if you're actually a, competent person. I don't know, man. I just feel like we live in such a broken world right now. It's not okay to... Yeah. It's also something that I've found that's kind of funny about, like, about our political shit, is that you're not allowed to be on... You're not allowed to not, especially as an adult, to not have a side in the political world. You're either Fox News or CNN.
Kinda, yeah.
And if you're not neither of those, then you're a communist. Because you don't care about America. Isn't that fucking crazy to think about? That's how I would say about 60% of America thinks.
60, huh?
Yeah, 100% of Cali. Like, it's like 100% of Cali. 100%
Yo,
of Texas.
Yeah, bro. Texas and California are like the...
They're like
California's the fucking left fucking, like, pristine liberal ideal, and Texas is like the fucking right pristine Republican ideal, bro.
Yeah. And neither of them are fucking right. That's the worst part.
Bro, you know why Oklahoma has that little stretch of land on it right above Texas? You know what I'm talking about? That makes Oklahoma look weird.
Yeah.
All right, I'll take that as yes. Okay, it has that. You want to know why?
Yeah, go ahead. Spill.
Because when they outlawed slavery everywhere above the 30th parallel and the 36th fucking parallel or whatever the fuck. The 30th line of longitude and the 36th line of latitude or something. I don't know exactly how that shit works. But Texas was like, oh, bet. And they gave away that part of the land that was of Texas in that area that slavery was outlawed.
No shit, huh?
Yeah. So Oklahoma has that part of Texas now. That's why.
That's interesting. I don't know, bro. It's like that whole thing of left and right. I feel like you're in the wrong if you're on either side.
Yeah, I'm very in the middle for a lot of things.
Yeah,
I see both sides' arguments, and I see where it comes from. And I'm like, okay, I could see that.
Yeah, that's kind of how I am. I'm kind of like, okay, I can see where you're coming from. I can see where they are coming from. But I think you both are wrong, and that there's a better way to do this than both of you are proposing.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, though, is that fucking politics now has turned into this war of fucking, it's our side or the other side. And it's like no one wants to fucking
it's either
come together and fucking like compromise on things.
Yeah, it's either you're on our side or you're on their side, or it's a reality TV show. It's one of the two, and it's never in between. It's never fucking, oh, you know, you don't care about politics. Oh, you know what? You're a cool dude. You're chilling. No, it's like, nah, you gotta pick a side. I feel like I'm in fucking prison. And they're like, oh, yeah, bro.
Yeah, bro?
Yeah, or like, you're forcing... Don't they have that issue in prisons? I'm too white for this. Don't they have the issue...
Are you talking about, like, gangs?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
like
they
in prison?
They have problems with that.
I guess they have gang problems in, like, outside of prison, too. You know what I'm talking about.
Well, yeah, but, I mean... You were talking about, like... Well, I mean, I guess that's also... But, yeah, I mean, it's like getting forced into a gang. I get what you mean.
Yeah. You kind of have to... Or cult. Like, you're supposed to be stuck in this cult. I don't know, bro. It's a fucking weird topic, because every time you bring it up with people, they'll, like throw themselves backwards. Like, what do you... Like, you just brought up, like, string cheese is not real. Like, it's almost like you just brought up, like,
string cheese is not real.
It's almost like you brought up a conversation like that, though, isn't it? Like, you said something so ridiculous to them that they were just like, what did you just say to me? I'm actually offended, bro. That's why, like, I've always wanted... Bro, one of these days, mark my words, Dakota, I'm gonna get to go on a place like Joe Rogan. I would love to go and talk to Joe Rogan, bro. That shit would be...
See, the thing about Joe Rogan is that I feel like he's such a sponge for whoever he's talking to.
A sponge.
Yeah, like, whoever he talks to, he just, like, agrees with them for 90% of the stuff.
Maybe.
Like, I don't know, that's just what I've noticed. Like, one week he could have someone go on there.
The time he fucking yelled at Alex Jones on his podcast, that shit was funny as hell. Oh my god. I don't know, Alex Jones tried to spread this lie about Joe Rogan, and he was like, I want to go on the Joe Rogan podcast. And Joe Rogan got him on there. That's like the Dr. Gupta guy from CNN. When he went on there, and Joe Rogan, like, confronted him about the shit he said about him on TV. Or
well, he didn't say it, but yeah. The news network.
The news network, CNN itself, so it might as well have been him. First of all, I don't care if he said it or she said it or whoever the fuck said it. It's on his news network, right? Like, that shit, he works for them, and he was the doctor, and he could have fucking proclaimed that, hey, you know, what Joe Rogan was taking wasn't actually, you know, for just horses. Like, he could have fucking said, oh, yeah, you know, that's not what that was just for. But CNN, being the shit company that they are, they fucking came up with that excuse. Don't get me wrong, Fox is nowhere near guilty.
You mean innocent?
Yeah, they're innocent. They do this shit all the time too, with people that have more that proclaim the ideal leftist values. You know?
Bro, did I send you the Snapchat picture I took when I was at the gym?
You did.
Bro, oh my god, that was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
I was at the gym. Tucker Carlson was on. For some reason, someone put it on one of the gym TVs. The bottom headline on the thing for what they're talking about is liberals using TikTok to spread leftist agenda. Motherfucker, what? That cannot be your news headline.
Well, that there's stuff like that. It's like you look at that and you're like, what the fuck, bro? And you know it's ridiculous. But then you'll have headlines on CNN where they'll be like, Joe Rogan takes shit that horses take. And it's like, huh? Most animals take medicines that are. If it works for an animal, guess what? It's most likely gonna work for a fucking human.
Well, that's why they do animal testing.
Exactly. Where do you think all that shit was where do you think Tylenol was probably tested on? It's tested on some poor fucking rats.
Probably.
It probably worked. These rats probably got super relaxed and chilled out, and they were like, hey, you know, what's poppin'?
Hey, it appears that it worked for his broken leg and swollenness and
Exactly.
how much pain he's feeling.
But they won't cover that shit. It's like none of those news networks, bro. It blows my mind. People will still watch them. They never take a second to like think like, oh, you know, maybe Fox News is feeding me bad information, or maybe CNN feeding me bad information. Dude, it's like the USA Today. Dude, regular article writers, you are nowhere near innocent on this either. I just told Dakota about this the other day. USA Today wrote an article. Is math racist? Are you fucking kidding me? Bro.
Oh man, I think it is.
That should have. Dude, that should have. I hate math, okay? Let me get this straight. Fuck math. All my homies hate math. It's an annoying subject, right?
True.
But I'll be damned if we're gonna lower the how tough math is because some people aren't getting it. There is stupid people in the world like me, and then there's smart people in the world like Albert Einstein, who's going to get shit like that, no matter what. Or Dakota. Dakota's a pretty smart guy.
Oh, I think.
He's pretty smart. You said it. You were like, dang. Oh no, shot, bro. Oh.
I unlocked Dawnblade and
Yo, you know who I got told the other day that wants to come on here? Fucking.
You got told?
Yeah, people. Devin and Christian want to come on the podcast.
Really?
Yeah.
What, so they can bicker back and forth about fucking...
Yeah, that's what I
About fucking sports or something, bro?
No,
There's a Christian's gonna go, no, Devin, the Lions are great! And Devin's gonna go, no, Christian, the Lions suck ass.
How the fuck we would do that? Like, we would have to we'd have to meet in real life, like all four of us. We'd have to go over to somebody's house. We'd have to set up the microphones. We'd have to have like a laptop or something and record, have OBS on it, and then everybody we just fucking record us just sitting there talking to each other. Like somebody brings like a nice camera. Alright, we are back. Sorry, I had to take a little bit of a break. Your boy had to take a shit. Dakota had to take the dog out and get some food, and now we're back. But yeah, I don't know how we would do a thing with Christian and Devin, but it'd be pretty cool. I also would be pretty worried about them, like one of them bailing, because I feel like for the podcast, like I would like it to just be consistently, like, you know,
Yeah,
Okay,
well,
if you plan on coming on here, this is what we would like you to be able to do.
it's kind of like everyone, because like even the big podcasts and shit have people that are supposed to be on there, and then they end up not being on there.
Yeah, cause they like ditch or something.
Yeah, well, there's people, they ditch it, and there's people that like have stuff happen and they can't do it or something,
Right. I don't know, Devin and Christian, we're gonna have to sort something out, maybe. You know.
Do they actively listen to this? Because
Devin listened to the last one. To the one where we got actual fucking straight bank. Like,
Oh, I see.
Way too much. And I told Devin, I was like, because Peyton was talking about it in our Snap group, and I was like, yo, we were baked. And Devin was like, I want to, like I pictured Devin would have said this in his.
hold on.
Hold on, I gotta see Danny and Dakota bake.
Yeah, I mean,
And he now knows. So I don't know if he's gonna be a regular listener, but if you are, appreciate it, Devin. And
yeah, what's up with it, bro?
yeah, it's been a
Good
bit.
times at the march, you know what I'm saying?
Good times. I can still hate that place.
It would have been better if I, cared about the job at all, but
Well, hard to care about a job that doesn't give a shit about you back. So, that's a thing.
Yeah, well.
Bro.
Yeah, bro. He said, yeah, well, bro. You just sat there, bro. Oh my.
Dude, I was thinking of this video, now that we're talking about the Snapchat group chat, I had found this video on TikTok, and for like 3 days straight I was laughing at this fucking thing. Oh, bro, so, it's just like these two, Spanish dudes hanging out, or Mexican dude, and they're fucking talking, and he was like, he starts recording his friend, and he was like, hey, yo, me and the homie here, well, the bitch is he goes, hey, bro, stop, you gonna get me in trouble. He goes, why? He goes, cause my girl follows you on Snapchat, bro. He goes, oh, man. Yeah, he goes, yeah, the last time I got a fade, I didn't actually get a fade, bro, that was for my girl. He said, oh, homegirl, abusive, domestic violence.
I remember you sent that to me.
I laughed at that for like 3 days straight.
Homegirl abusive.
Abusive domestic violence. This is the way he said that. He's like, but your words be my words, and my words be your words.
He was like, but you weren't the one that said it. He was like, bro, it doesn't matter.
That video is so awesome. For so many dumb reasons. Oh man. Like,
Gonna see this.
The horse wishes to witness further combat.
that's how I imagine our friendship is. Like, every time I send you TikToks of like notes or something on TikTok, and you're just like, and your girlfriend's just like, why is all these milfs on your TikTok?
Bro, speaking of that, I literally just watched one yesterday, and she was looking at it, and like while I was looking at it, I was like, let's see what Danny sent me. The first video was like a meme. I scrolled to the second one, just a MILF with big titties. Fucking,
she had a big ass too. She had some
fucking
big-
probably, I don't know, I stopped watching it.
Yeah, because your girl was there.
And then I went to the third one, and it was a meme video. I'm like, nice, Danny. Meme video, MILF with titties, meme video.
Yeah, not a bad mixture. You can't lie, that's a good mixture. I'd say. Oh man. Sometimes I wonder if, like, bro, you know what's fucked up is the tough part is, like, I bet you the algorithm of TikTok would have probably gotten to you anyway, because I mean I never watched those types of TikToks. I literally downloaded TikTok to watch Tim the Tatman TikToks. And like
Yeah, the
TikTok
algorithm
was, like,
figures out you're a dude and starts recommending you fucking
literally though, like
half-naked women.
I would start seeing the I started seeing that Malika girl, the white chick that dances.
Fucking Michaela, bro.
Michaela? Yes. I've been seeing her a ton. And I'm a guy, bro. I can't help not to fucking be like, damn, bro. Oh, man. If we had fans, we would have been canceled.
For?
We're talking about the stuff that we do or say. I mean, I mean, nowadays you can get canceled for just saying that the color yellow sucks.
I'm gonna cancel you for being a doorknob. That's right.
Yeah, bro.
Danny identifies as a doorknob.
Yeah, and I sure do. Funny how I identify as a doorknob, but there's no fucking person in the world that want to jerk me.
I'm sorry. What doorknobs do you have? Did you fucking die, bro? You fucking died.
You don't jerk your doorknobs?
No.
You just consider
I
it
sure don't.
You just consider it a turning motion? Which way you turn your knob?
More foes pour into this realm.
Bro.
At the behest of the ageless horse.
It's not fucking. You're so stupid.
Oh my god. Bro, I don't know what you're talking about, bro.
Oh, okay, bro.
Oh, whoa.
You're a special person.
I sure am, bro.
I hope you know that.
You know, I would do stand-up comedy.
And I hope that your microphone picked you up laughing.
Why?
Because I didn't hear anything.
Really?
It literally went completely silent, and then I slightly heard you going in the background.
Bro, I was laughing because I was like, bro, you're not serious, bro. You don't turn your knob.
Yeah, but you didn't say turn knob. You said jerk my knob.
Yeah, bro.
And I don't know about you, but none of the doorknobs I have require you to jerk them.
You don't ever like get furious and jerk open your door.
Can't say so.
Oh, that's unfortunate. You gotta try it. You gotta try being pissed sometimes. Okay. Hey man, I'd be a stand-up comedian.
You'd sure be standing up there.
But I'd rather sit.
True. Why is there no sit-down comedians, huh?
Dave Chappelle technically is a sit-down comedian. He sits down a lot. That is like things he does.
I mean,
Bro, just drank half of this Ice Mountain bottle of water.
Hold your final
yeah, you thirsty, huh?
the
Yeah,
horse
bro. Well, when you're talking, you become thirsty.
My boy, thirsty. You hear that, women?
In multiple ways, yeah.
My apologies, contestant. Perhaps
Get on it now.
Dude, I'll be
This
lucky
this wonderful young Irishman only has so much left to live. He has chronic cancer.
Oh, bro.
You know, because cancer's chronic and all.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I forgot what that word means.
That doesn't surprise me. It really does not.
Oh my god, bro. Nah. To be honest with you,
the infinite steed
Uh,
places timeless vex before you.
yeah, no, there's not a singular woman that wants an Irish dude. A red-headed one. That's like,
Well, yeah, bro, that's where the Irish comes from. That's how they know of your true nature.
yeah. Your true nature. Irish people are just throwing shit from the beginning. Oh, bro. I've had this burp sitting in my chest. I'm waiting for it to come out, and it finally did.
Yeah, was it a good one?
Yeah, I'm so happy for it.
You know, recently I feel like we've been really winging it
Yeah.
on the podcast.
I mean,
You know, like the first couple of podcasts are like, all right, we got stuff to talk about. It's all lined up. You know, we'll be good. Now,
something that I feel like, though, that has changed a lot from the first podcast is I realized that I want to be more organic when it comes to the podcast. Some things I want to do, I guess I could talk about briefly for the podcast in 2022 is to make sure that the podcast is super organic, you know? Like, no matter who we're talking to and, like, you know, like what the topic is about or whatever we're talking is about. Like, we're all just vibing out. And, like, if you're not with that vibe, then, like,
then like, why are you here?
well, yeah, but then also, but also, the fact that, like, we're going to talk about whatever we want. I want to be able to talk about whatever I want to talk about and, like, have that place to do so. Like, call
Sure.
people crazy, but, like, that's the cool part about podcast. Being able to talk about shit that you just wanted to talk about and being able to do so is super fun.
I agree. Speaking of talking about what you should want to talk about, Destiny 2, shit game. Phalanx just walked into me with a shield, and I died. And you want to know what happened, Danny?
You're bad?
The game killed me for misadventure.
That's failing, bro. It's kind of like the running, like, meme-ish thing that's went on in the community for a while. Where, like, phalanx are the strongest enemy in the game. Fuck anything, I don't know.
Motherfucker walked into me. Didn't even hit me with the shield. He walked into me.
Yeah, bro, they're strong as fuck. They be like that, bro. They're built different.
Yeah? Do they be about that life?
Yeah. They do, bro. It's crazy.
Danny, tell me your top 4 movies of all time.
Top 4 movies? Oh, man. This is gonna be controversial.
How is that controversial for movies?
Can I start at number 1?
I guess.
My number 1 movie of all time is Revenge of the Sith.
Ah,
Wars.
okay.
It's my favorite ever movie. I'm a big fan of the prequel.
coming to you
But
live from a fractured
Revenge of the Sith is the Star Wars movie, in my opinion.
has no
Why do you say that?
I felt that the acting
of
is
eternity.
amazing. I also feel that the story finally told me about like who Darth Vader is and how Darth Vader is not, he's a villain, but he's also a victim. And like
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I just love how the story it was told. Like how this pure kid can be turned into such evil because of something that isn't his fault, technically. For some, he wanted something that we all want in life, and like, you don't understand that until you're an adult, really. And I appreciate it more as now that I'm an adult. But it's my favorite movie, 100%. Also, the action, beautiful saber fight scenes. I love the idea of a mass like army fighting each other. Yeah, definitely my favorite movie. Second favorite movie of all time.
Let us welcome our newest contestants. The
It's second. I am torn on this one.
Torn out of that.
Yeah. I really love the day. Is it called the day the day after tomorrow or the day before tomorrow?
The Tom Cruise one?
No. Was that Tom Cruise? I don't think it was. I'm trying to think.
What's the movie?
It's where it's like this hurricane blizzard. There's these 3 huge hurricane blizzards that go to wipe out humanity as a natural disaster. And like tornadoes hit California and temperatures drop, a huge tsunami hits New York. But this kid, or this meteorologist kid, his kid is stuck in New York, and he has to go rescue him in the middle of all this happening. And it's such a good story that I love it.
I honestly can tell you, not a clue what movie you're talking about.
You gotta watch it then, bro. It's so fucking good. Another movie. Okay, here's. I said 2. We're gonna go 5 here. The rest is the Christopher Nolan Batman series. And I won't rank those because I love them all equally.
I see.
I would love to put Castaway in there. I love Castaway, but Tom Hanks, great actor, and you know, person who makes the actual fucking movies. So I don't remember what you call those directors. There you go.
Good job.
Yeah. So what are yours, buddy?
Now, I'm gonna sound like a normie,
Right.
but I think that my favorite movie of all time that I've watched so far is fucking Avengers End Game. Like, I really thought that movie was made well. I enjoy the premises. I've watched all the other movies leading up to that, you know, like, I just thought it was a well-made, fantastic movie. I just like the way they did it, you know.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, but you know, the way that they like brought about Tony Stark's, you know, death and everything, you know. They made it very Tony Stark, very sad and emotional at the same time, you know.
Yeah, I'm just, you see, when it comes to Marvel, I'm the biggest fan of Captain America. And I know I sound like a, you know, like one of those, if you could put it in any type of word form. But Captain America, Winter Soldier, bro. Oh, there's not
That
a
is
better
a
Marvel
banger movie.
There's not a better Marvel movie in my opinion. They're never gonna top it. Man. It's just so hard to beat that level. I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, Avengers," though, and I'm like, "Yeah, not really interested." I've never been interested in Hulk. Tony Stark used to annoy me. He doesn't so much anymore because I like Robert Downey Jr. and what he did for Tony Stark. Because he kind of put he kind of showed that like Tony Stark had insecurities, where in the comics they never did that. They were just like, "Oh yeah, Tony Stark, Iron Man, he's a frat boy." It's like
also, yeah, like he himself is like an example of Tony Stark, because you know Tony Stark. Well, it's different in all the different fucking things, obviously, but like, you know, in some of the things he does like what he did throughout the entirety of the Marvel movies, which is starts off as a, you know, dick, like frat boy basically, and then progressively over time realizes he's a frat boy dickwad, and he starts to like get better and like more caring and stuff like that. Yeah. Which he did very well.
Yeah, I like that side of him. It's just in the comics, I have a bad taste with Tony Stark because he's always been portrayed as this fucking asshat. Like he's just a fucking dick that only thinks about himself. Even in the comic fighting scenes, he's like, you know, in that kind of character. It's just not a fun read. To like read about a dickwad character. I want to read about Captain America, like completely just annihilating 500 Nazis in a fight. Yeah, that's what I want to hear. Cause that shit's cool to me.
Hell yeah!
But
punch a Nazi.
Yeah, knocked out Hitler over 500 times, bro.
No, I was just saying that people should punch a Nazi.
Sure, fuck yeah.
But yeah, so after that, I'm gonna go ahead and say that, well, first of all, I don't generally watch a whole lot of movies, but of the ones that I have, I don't think I have a decisive ranking other than number one. So I think good contender for my top other 3 or 4 movies that I've ever watched. I Am Legend with Will Smith, the Will Smith movie.
Right.
That movie, banger. I think it's probably one of the first movies I saw in my entire life that was like not a fucking bad and/or kids movie. Like it's the first good movie I watched that was for like
adults.
Yeah, like a teenage adult audience.
Right. I mean, you know, Will Smith's always a good watch. I love his.
Yeah.
I love his movies, shows, whatever he really premieres on. He's always a good watch.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen Will Smith act badly.
Because he's the roles they give Will Smith are genuinely him. I feel like you look at that and you're just like, oh, that's just Will Smith.
And the horse shall reward you.
Which I love. But another movie, oh man, another movie that I love because it was the last good one, like one where my jaw dropped, was Fast 5. When I watched
really,
when I watched that movie, I was like, man, that was lit. And then like, I've never been like a big person on cars. like as I get older, I'm like, oh yes, cars are cool, and I understand the appeal,
A powerful
but I'm still not there.
age.
You know what I mean? Like I'm not with everybody else, like Christian and them. Like, oh, my car's a V8. Like, dude.
Hey, you could be fucking Christian and buy a car you can't even drive.
Dude, he's fucking. My car has a V8. Yeah, I can get V8 juice at the fucking store, bro. I don't know the differences. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro. This is Christian's like, my car is so fast, I'll dust you, and I'm like, Christian, you can't drive.
Dude. Dude, my favorite part about Christian is the other day he told Peyton his car sucks compared to his Charger. Bro, Christian's car, if you guys don't know this, it is a Challenger with a V6 in it, right?
The Charger, isn't it?
It's a Charger with a V6 in it. Sorry. Payne's car is, as far as I remember, a 2014 Mustang GT with a V8 in it.
It has to be newer than that from what I've seen.
It's crazy new. It has a V8 in it. The thing sounds
Yeah,
like a
you know,
monster.
typical Mustang, high-end Mustang with the V8 package.
Right.
From whatever
and
year
Christian
it was.
like, yeah, my Challenger with the V6 can beat this. And I was like, Christian. And Payne proceeded to cook Christian on it. He's like, bro, I will go specifically up to Michigan to prove you my point, bro.
I will go to Michigan so I can beat your V6 Charger.
Yeah,
Which, by the way, you know who gets V6 Chargers?
Christian.
Sure, but, no. People that can't afford the V8, bro.
Wait, well, yeah.
That's the only reason that you would get one of those.
Which, by the way, I'm not a big fan. To be clear, I am not a big fan of like fast cars. There's very few fast cars where I've been like in my life where I've been like, yeah, bro, that's lit. You know what I mean? There's the Subaru, WRX, the Evo, and the GTR Skyline. I think of the three cars. I was like, man, if I was to have a fast car, those are the cars I'd like. So I already don't like fast cars. I don't like going fast. I'm slow. I'm lazy. But
Hell yeah.
I personally love off-road shit. So Christian was like, Denny, what car did you get finally, bro? And I was like, it's just Ford Explorer. And he was like, oh, just a Ford Explorer, bro? I was like, yeah, bro, not all of us give a fuck about what we drive shit to, you know? Like to and from places.
Yeah, bro, I mean, look at me. I drove a fucking fucked up front end car for a long ass time, and I have another front end fucked up car that I'm driving now. Neither of which because of me, by the way.
You're gonna roast Sean up for the end of time of that.
No, I'm not. They know who they are. They know what they've done to my cars.
Okay. Have it?
But, and then, you know, after that, which somehow we got from I Am Legend being a nice, good film, we went to Fast 5 and then started talking about Christian having a V6 in his Charger.
No, if I can. Sometimes.
But, you know, after that, probably say, like, I recently saw the movie Tenet. That was pretty good, I thought. So that's probably up there. Let me think of other good movies I've watched. I don't normally categorize movies by how good they are in my brain at the time.
Depending on the movie.
Yes, I guess depending on the movie.
I was gonna say, 'cause
Uh,
you know you'll rate your porn movies.
Yes, of course. Bandit, why are you fucking sitting here whining at me? Da.
Dude wants a bite.
Man, I'm trying to think. Yo, low key, Shrek is a banger of a movie.
It is. Oh, bro, how do I forget this? The SpongeBob movie.
The cosmic horse.
Oh yeah, you know what? That's
Yo,
That's a good one.
That's a great one. How did that not make it my top 5? Dude, fuck top 5s, bro. Yeah, top 5 these nuts.
yeah, man.
Yeah, bro. There's so many good movies, bro. I would probably watch the SpongeBob movie over the day after tomorrow. Oh man, I put that at 2.
Well, there's Danny's updated choice for.
SpongeBob. I'm a goofy goober. Copyright.
Is that cop?
Oh, that's
Probably.
100%. Nickelodeon hit the smacker on that one, bro. You know.
I'm curious now.
Give the wheel a spin
Anyway,
at the
you know, I think me and you have rambled for long enough.
out your opponents.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, it's been about an hour and 32 minutes, 33 minutes.
That was a good, 30 minutes of Kyle being there.
Poor guy. I feel so bad. He was so tired. Oh man, but we appreciate everybody that comes out to watch the Boys Experience. If you'd like to watch our podcast, you can do so on youtube.com, The Boys Experience.
Spotify
And, yeah.
at The Boys Experience.
And Spotify with Boys Experience, you can listen to it if you prefer the more podcasty vibe. Or if you would like to, you can listen on Anchor if you prefer that platform, which is a podcast app where that is controlled by Spotify. I'm pretty sure.
The horse wishes
Pretty
to
sure
witness
Spotify owns
further
Anchor. So,
combat.
but anyway, yeah, that's where you guys could listen and watch us at. New episodes every week. We try to upload the episodes on Monday, but this is obviously getting uploaded tonight. Because we didn't have an episode recorded this week. We're sorry
So
for
it's
the
just a late introduction.
Yeah, bro.
And then we should have one, hopefully Monday,
Yep,
for the next week.
we should.
If not Monday, it'll be sometime during the week. You'll get it eventually. Do we plan on doing a Christmas week one? Oh wait, I don't think we'll be able to actually.
I was gonna say,
I won't-
unless you're gonna be on. And
Yeah,
Kyle-
I won't.
There's no way Kyle's gonna be on. There's no way you're gonna be on. You guys actually have lives.
Okay, so Christmas week probably won't have a podcast.
Yeah, but we'll have one for you guys New Year's. Let's say that. You know?
No, New Year's, huh?
Nah, why not? Should do. That should be our first live podcast.
Meet up for New Year's? Yo!
Meet up for New Year's.
Actually, could do that because, Well, now I'm wondering. We had a New Year's party last year at my house. I don't know if we're going to again, but I mean, that might be a possibility of an in-person fucking.
You know, just fucking wild out.
Instead of playing a video game, we record ourselves with a shitty webcam.
You have an iPhone 13. We're chilling.
Or if you want to get real advanced, we could record with like a phone and then send that footage and then put it over the fucking audio file from the computer mic that's recording. But that seems like an awful lot of work for no, when you could just go shitty webcam, you know?
Yeah. Good.
Or, actually, you could have a not shitty webcam. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. It'll happen or it won't happen. it's kind of like in between. It's one of those.
Yeah, dude. We'll let you know more next week.
Yeah. Anyway. Anyway, we'll talk to you guys in the next one. See you.